Heather Thomas, the beloved blonde star of the 1980s television hit The Fall Guy, has made a rare public appearance in Los Angeles, leaving fans stunned and full of curiosity. Once one of the most recognizable faces on television, Heather Thomas has kept a low profile for decades. But now, recently surfaced photographs show the 67-year-old former actress looking nearly unrecognizable, prompting a wave of nostalgia and online buzz. The images, first published by the Daily Mail, captured Thomas walking through the streets of Los Angeles in a casual and understated outfit. She was seen wearing white denim cutoff shorts, a simple t-shirt, a baseball cap, and sneakers. With no makeup and a cigarette in hand, she exuded a relaxed and unfiltered look that sharply contrasts with the polished image from her days in the spotlight. Heather Thomas rose to fame in 1981 when she was cast as Jody Banks on The Fall Guy, an action-adventure series starring Lee Majors. Known for her stunning looks and her ability to perform physically demanding scenes, Thomas quickly became a household name and a poster icon of the 1980s. Her image adorned the walls of countless fans, and she was often compared to other popular stars of the era such as Heather Locklear and Farrah Fawcett. However, unlike many of her peers, Heather Thomas chose to step away from Hollywood during the early 1990s. After dealing with personal struggles and the pressures of fame, she decided to leave acting behind in order to focus on her family and personal well-being. Since then, she has made only a handful of public appearances, which is why this new sighting has caught the attention of so many. Reactions to the photographs have been swift and mixed. Some longtime fans were surprised by how different she appeared, with one online comment reading, "I did not even recognize her, time really does fly." Others were supportive, praising her for living her life away from the expectations of Hollywood. One fan wrote, "She is still beautiful in her own way. She looks like a real person now, not a character. Let her be." Since her departure from acting, Heather Thomas has focused on writing and activism. She graduated from the University of California, Los Angeles, and later published a novel titled Trophies in 2008. The book provided a satirical look at the lives of the wealthy and elite, drawing inspiration from her own experiences in the entertainment industry. In addition to her literary work, Thomas has been an active voice in political and environmental causes, particularly those supporting women's rights and social justice. Although she has lived outside of the spotlight for many years, Heather Thomas remains an icon to those who remember the golden age of 1980s television. Her role on The Fall Guy and her classic image are still celebrated by fans who grew up watching her on screen. As one fan nostalgically put it, "Seeing Heather Thomas again brought back so many memories." She might look different now, but the impression she left in the 1980s will never fade. It remains unknown whether Heather Thomas plans to return to the public eye in any formal way. However, this rare glimpse into her current life has reignited interest in her career and legacy. For those who remember her as the fearless and glamorous Jody Banks, this sighting feels like a moment from the past, suddenly reappearing authentic, grounded, and unforgettable. Heather Thomas may have stepped away from the bright lights of Hollywood, but with one simple walk through Los Angeles, she reminded the world that her story is far from forgotten.